It's time now for Media Watch. James Creedon is here, ready and installed. James, the Irish presidential election taking place this week. And it's fair to say there's a bit of a dirty campaign going on.
There is, all right. They've definitely been, it's been a scrappy, messy campaign. Now, to introduce some of the characters in this election taking place on Thursday, there are 7 participating in total. Here you've got Michael D. Higgins. He's kind of known as somebody who looks a bit like a leprechaun. He's a poet. He's a former minister, quite a respectable candidate for the Labour Party. Here's Martin McGuinness, I suppose most known abroad for his association with the IRA, for being the Deputy First Minister of Northern Ireland. Best known politician, I suppose, out of Sinn Féin, or one of them anyway. Here is a reality TV star by the name of Sean Gallagher. Now, he, surprisingly, is the front runner. And you've got a range of other candidates as well, including David Norris. He was the former favourite, a gay senator, a Joycean scholar. Also, Dana Rosemary Scallon, who won the Eurovision Song Contest in 1970. So it's a pretty extraordinary...
Singing all kinds of everything reminds me of you.
Right, you
Good heavens, that's what's become of Dana.
And it is also all kinds of everything in this particular campaign. And actually, a lot of people are worried about that. And you can see here one guy tweeting by the name of Cormac Flynn. I think he's a friend of Oliver Farry, who works here in the newsroom. Anyhow, Ireland, please do not vote for a reality TV star as head of state. The end. Now, that's a tweet. So clearly very determined not to see somebody who's participated in a reality TV show being elected as the head of the Irish state. Now, I suppose the biggest debate this week has been, or the thing that has marked the final week, is a fight between Sean Gallagher, the frontrunner, reality TV star, and Martin McGuinness, who has been mudslinging at the favourite, Sean Gallagher, saying that he had been involved in delivering envelopes of cash from crooks, from one crook in particular, to the former ruling party Fianna Fáil, who are way down in the polls since the last election. They're now the party accused of dragging Ireland into the economic doldrums that it's now in. Anyway, he's hit back, calling Martin McGuinness a political assassin. And of course, some might say that is being a little bit sneaky, putting the word assassin out there and reminding people perhaps of some other assassination accusations that he's been involved in. So it has been a very messy campaign. Martin McGuinness himself...
Martin McGuinness, of course, previously said to have been the IRA Chief of Staff and responsible for some fatal incidents involving bombs.
Absolutely. And what's interesting is in Northern Ireland, he's been the Deputy First Minister. He's been able to some extent to leave that history behind him. In the Irish Republic's presidential election, he's been reminded of this past, this murky past, again and again and again in debates and TV talk shows. There was one incident a couple of weeks ago where the son of an Irish Army guy who had been the victim of the IRA confronted him in public, in front of the TV cameras, and said, you know my father's killers. So it's been very embarrassing for him. And indeed, you could say some of the British press have been focusing on this side of things as well. If I could get this Telegraph article up. And I love this photograph that they've picked. They're pointing out that McGuinness is a convicted, quote-unquote, terrorist who could be elected Ireland's new president. And they have a photo here of 2 very bearded individuals on either side of Martin McGuinness. Where they found that photo, I don't know. But anyway, there you go.
Looks like they could have been in ZZ Top.
That's actually, somebody else mentioned that this evening as well. Somebody else said it looks like Al-Qaeda in ERA, which I think is probably less true. But anyway.
Okay, maybe we should move on to Switzerland, where a banker has released a song called "The Global Economy is About to Crash."
Now, this is a guy who has been working for the last 5 years in Barclays Bank in Switzerland.
Okay.
And he perhaps thought that he could have more of an impact on the global economy by releasing this particular song. And I think it's worth having a listen to.
The global economy is about to crash. The global economy is about to crash. The global economy is about to crash, to crash, to crash. Whoa, yo, come my brother, yes, come outside. Wake up my sister, yes, open your eyes.
It's got a sense of that "Don't worry, be happy" kind of song, hasn't it, really?
Which is kind of totally opposite to the message of the song. Now, worth pointing out too, this guy does humanitarian work in India 6 months every year, so he's only a part-time banker, and his name is Gorka Cruz. So there you go, an interesting initiative by Gorka. I just want to show you this, Mark, before we go very quickly. It's in Greece. It's the latest effort by the public to oppose the government austerity measures. There's a call for everyone to hang the word "ohi" I think it's pronounced Ohi, even though it's spelled Uxie, which means no, from their windows, from their balconies, all over the country on the 28th of October. That's a historic day where the Greeks said no to Mussolini when he tried to, on the 28th of October 1940. In any case, no to austerity, no to Greek politicians.
James, we're out of time. No, thank you
No
very
to
much.
me.
James Creedon there with Media Watch.